Hello and namaste, it's Jewel from Goddess Creative. Okay, I've just been doing some meditation today. So, from the meditation mat we have Talking with Spirit. Okay, so I think this is great. This little correction we have in Bitcoin, I think I'm looking at it. I did do a check-in yesterday and Bitcoin was sitting at 97,500. Today it is sitting at 94. I feel quite calm with it here. This is an opportunity to buy your altcoins. And I know they haven't dropped very much. So what I want to say about that, and because I heavily look at altcoins, okay, and you can find a lot of the altcoins that I'm reading in my digital assets guide, which I've just updated, by the way. So if you don't have it, you should grab it now because it could be life-changing for you. Because I am getting from Spirit, and I've checked this both yesterday and today, I am getting that altcoins are not going to go much lower. I don't think you're going to get lower price points, right? So I'm talking about like you might get a couple of cents lower, say in Doge. Well, yesterday I looked at it, was 42, today it's 40. I just don't get them bleeding, right? Which a lot of TA guys that study the market for technical analysis and trading and everything, normally what a lot of them I do skim through their channels and listen to what they're saying, because I'm trying to find things that I should quickly check with Spirit to see if they're going to do some great highs. So that's why I look, when I get a chance, to look at their stuff. So some of them have said, and previously, this was last week, but it's not happening, I think it was a guy by the name of Miles, was saying that when we get this correction, and it's not just him, there's a few of the other YouTubers say the same thing, that altcoins just bleed, and we're not in altcoin season yet. I have to disagree, okay? I have to disagree with that, because that's not what I'm getting from Spirit. I do not get the altcoins are going to bleed further, even though Bitcoin is down right now. And I know everybody's saying Bitcoin's going to get to 100,000 soon, in the next few weeks, like before Christmas. I'm just going to do an update in my members area. This is where I talk more about numbers on Bitcoin, and I also do look at the altcoins and what altcoins are going to run. So the members area could be a really beneficial place for you to be. The members area, it depends on where you are in the world for its price, okay? So please know that I don't dictate the price, YouTube does. So I've dictated a price in my country. I can't dictate in another country's currency, okay? So for my country, for my work that I put in, I have dictated, I think it was $39.95 for Australian. So I think it comes in around about 29 US. Could be less. It depends on the currency exchange when they do their stuff, okay? So please understand that. So that works, you know, if it's 20, it works to less than $10 a week for your information that could be invaluable to you, okay? So I don't change the price or anything like that. I don't have different levels or different tiers like a lot of other people do. And a lot of other people use Discord and Telegram and other private members areas. I don't do that because I don't have the time and I need the simplicity. So that's why I'm using YouTube. So please understand that. So it is only one price. It is when I can report in, and I try to do that once a week. You know, trying to do that definitely once a week. So going back to prices now for the altcoins, I believe that Bitcoin's going to go sideways and continue to go sideways. So I give the price in the members area of what sideways that is. It's not quite this price, 94. So I want to say, while Bitcoin is being boring, and I get that Bitcoin will be boring for some time to come at the moment, just a few weeks, right? The altcoins will continue, the ones that have already risen. So that would be your Solana, your Doge, your ADA, your Ethereum, your Bitcoin Cash. They will continue sort of sideways as well. I don't get that they'll bleed very much. If anything, they'll go slightly higher. So asking today, so what I asked today, I asked a spirit today, will the altcoins be higher than what they are today in December 2024? And I get yes. So if you're to buy altcoins, you should be buying them now. Now. You should not be putting it off. You should be buying now. Because you know what's most important? The most important is ticking over into 2025. Because I get, come 2025, especially in the timeline of first quarter, we are going to get some lovely prices in the altcoins. Okay? So I get Bitcoin's going to be a bit boring at the moment. That's what I get. I don't get it rushing over that 100K mark. Right, and I'm going to post it in my members area when I think it's going to happen. But I check it. That's like what I want to say to you is I check it weekly, Bitcoin. Why I check Bitcoin weekly is because it does have an effect on the altcoins. But the effect that it has depends on the market, and it depends on the sentiment and the flow of energy. Okay, so at the moment I'm getting, even though we may not be fully into altcoin season, I get buying altcoins now is advantageous. Okay, this is not financial advice. Okay, I need to say that. Never invest more than you can afford to invest. But if you're wondering and you're waiting and you're thinking, oh, I don't know, I really, I am thinking that, well, what I get from Spirit today, it is definitely December. Altcoin prices will be higher than what they are now. And some of them are going to be even greater. So some of them haven't had their run yet. I would like to highlight that fact to you. I want to discuss more of the ones that haven't had their run in the members, the YouTube members area. And I'm going to start to do that. Okay. So they just haven't had their run. Another one that one of these presenters has talked about, saying that it could be a really advantageous coin, is Lucky Coin. It's, for me, and I spoke to Spirit about it today, yes, it does increase for next year, but it only, from what its price, its buy-in price, it only does it 3 times, is what I'm getting. So whilst, yes, you can say it's a good investment and it will do some run-up, it's really not at a stage where it's a good investment for mainstream retail people, because you can't even buy it. It's not even on exchanges that you can buy easily. So I get bang for your buck would be much other altcoins, like all the other altcoins are going to be a lot better bang for your buck than this Lucky Coin. So I wanted to say that, yeah, about that particular altcoin. I just get, even our original oldies are going to do so much better. They're going to do more than 3 times in the year of 2025, and that's going back to your, yeah, so my original favorites that are in the digital assets guide. If you don't have it, now is the time to get the digital assets guide, because it's very conservative, right, as I said. And with the pump that we've had just recently, so I just checked and updated the digital assets guide. Was what date did I do that? The 18th. Yeah, so last week, right? So last week's prices was before they had their little, some of the altcoins had their little pump. It was definitely before, yeah, so I looked at Doge and it was 37 cents. So, yes. Yeah, so I mean, I just get them all doing so much better come 2025, and there is a lot of them. That's why you need the digital assets guide, because you can see in the digital assets guide the prices for now, or when I read on the 18th of November, those prices, and the prices for first quarter, and then you can see the prices for 2025, and then you can see the prices for 2026. Now, I want to sort of explain, you know, a lot of people think, oh, we're going to have an even higher market in 2026. For some altcoins, I'm saying that, but not all, because there is some that are just going to fade out. They're like done their time. They're not, it's hard. So like, so some of these slower ones that are going to be slower to catch up to what they originally are. So Theta is one of those. It's going to do well next year, Theta, right? But I get it surpassing it. I get it surpassing it in 2026. It's going to continue. So in that respect, it's a really good one. Whereas Doge, I get it will do well next year, but I don't get the same energy for it in 2026. So that's what the digital assets guide has, the prices. And it's just very, very interesting. Bitcoin Cash, I get, yes, it'll do well in 2025, but it's going to do even better in 2026, price-wise, and this is what I've listed in the digital assets guide. So that's the importance of this digital assets guide. It's like showing how individual the project is, and you have to understand that we're not the same market we were in 2017. We are not the same market we were in 2021 either. Like, so much of these oldies, some of them will have their last run, whereas some of them will come into the, and that's what makes them premiums, will come into their just platinum utmost of what they're meant to be. This is what I'm getting. So that's what's really exciting. XRP, for example, yes. Like, there's ones like XRP and Cardano and Matic, Bitcoin Cash, even Ethereum. They're just, it's like their energy had to be more cemented. Like, they had a little run, but the energy, like, they had a little run, I'm talking last run, I'm talking 2021. They had run and people made money out of them, I understand that. But understand that they're premiums and they're not going away. So they'll find their feet in this next run and gather strength to continue on even in 2026. Whereas there's other ones that I've read that will just come 2026, and you can see this by my digital assets guide, they'll just be going sideways or even slightly down because they just fade out. They just fade out. This is what happens because it's going to, this time, this is what people don't understand, this phase now is perfect buying time to get into your alts, perfect buying time to make some money for 2025. But it won't be over Red Rover in 2025. It will be for some of the altcoins, but some of your premiums will just go very slowly sideways, but keep gathering momentum. And that'll happen through 2026. And some of them, right? So this is the weeding out phase, as I've been trying to explain. It's not the first time I've said this, there'll be a weeding out phase. I believe this next run will be a weeding out phase of some of these olds, some of these memes, some of these projects, even AI, even things that have like caught a ride to make some money, but they just don't have the fundamentals there. They just don't have the team working on it. They just don't have the staying power. They are going to fade out. So that's what you need to be very careful about in this next run, because everybody's going to talk hype. And this is the problem. You have to ground yourself and ground your energy when this hype energy happens. And by the way, I said my digital assets guide could gain its prices 20% higher in the hype energy time. This hyper electric energy of everybody's talking about crypto, and it's coming. Like, it hasn't quite started yet, but you wait. It's, you know, and I remember it last time. And I got caught in that energy last time, that hyper, we're going higher and higher energy. I am just so much older and wiser this time, as we all are, people that have been in Bitcoin for such a long time, but especially, you know, you YouTube presenters and you YouTube people talking about the cryptocurrency market, because we've gained so much knowledge and learned so much from our experience from the last two runs, all right? And it's different, but this one is different again, because we have a different energetic flow. We have different sentiment coming into the market. We really have a lot of retail trade coming in. We did before, but nothing like we have now, because of the ETFs, right? And because of the legislation and this really, like, it's basically just ironing out of the market of, like, just making it legit and legal and all of that. So is all of that. It's not, there isn't going to be the same nervousness. There still will be when it comes to investing, and that's why you should never invest more than you can afford to invest. But at the same time, your premiums will just do so well. And there's some premiums that haven't run to their extent yet, but they're the ones that I'm getting will just continue higher. So yes, it's really, really exciting time in the market. It really is. I know I was doing my crypto dance last time. I did a video and I'm still feeling the same, because I really feel like this is the last opportunity you have. Well, I really feel the next few weeks will be the last. You know, I mean, there'll still be people coming in December, and there'll be still people coming in the holiday time, and they're still going to reap the benefits. They will. That's not a problem. I don't get that as a problem, because I do get that 2025 will be the year, and depending on the altcoin, how much it'll run in first quarter, and that's what my digital assets guide tells you. What will run first? What the energy? This is what Spirit gives me. What runs sooner, faster than other ones, and then some. Then the others will just catch a beard, and they'll be running. But they'll still run in 2025, right? So that's what I'm getting there. So yeah, I mean, I know everybody thinks that XRP, oh, it's gonna hit $2 in the next few weeks. That's not what I'm getting. Okay, sorry, I could be wrong. But no, that's not what I'm getting just yet. It will do well in 2025. I get it. Will do well. Okay. All right. So all that information is in the digital assets guide. If you don't have my digital assets guide, you should get it now. It's going to be so beneficial for you. I've still got it on sale. I've marked it down virtually 20%, so that's a really good deal. It's the reason why I've kept it low and I've marked it down is I'm trying to get as many people in as I possibly can to help them. All right, because if you need a bit of help and you need to know what are the right ones, and there is so many, and there is so many of these presenters talking about so many of the different altcoins, it can be super confusing. You know, oh, it's AI, or it's real world assets, oh, it's memes, oh, it's this is going to run. You can't go by that. You have to look at the individual project, and you have to connect into the energy of the individual project. And this is something you can do yourself, you know. If you're intuitive, you know, you can think about a project before you go to sleep at night and ask for answers before you go to sleep. And you may have a dream about it, or you may, you know, wake up in the morning or the next few mornings and have the answers. Because don't doubt your own intuition, okay? And do not allow yourself to become ungrounded. It's really important to remain grounded through this craziness that is going to unfold. And let me tell you, it is going to get much more crazy than this, particularly first quarter next year. Okay, all right, I'm gonna leave it there. Okay, this is my friendly week reminder. I hope this information has been really helpful for you. Okay, so much love and appreciation. Namaste.